Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a quick video to give you a little tutorial for doing the wikis. Now, there's two ways that you can get to the wikis. The first way, of course, is through the week 3 assignment. So you can go down here and click on wikis, and then you should have a link to the file for your summer assignment for 2017. Earlier in the week, I had some difficulties with that, and for some reason it kept uploading the wrong file with another course group's name. But this should be the right group for your class. So find your name, find what group you belong to, and then you've got other information about how to do the wiki, and I'll explain that here in a second. But find your group, right? And then what you can do is you can go to click on wikis, and you can go to which group you are, whichever group you are. And this group area is where you're going to be doing some of your work to work together with your colleagues. So this is a group project. So say you're in group 1, you go to group 1 wiki, right? You've already got the wiki there, and you've got the ability to work with your groups. So let me go back to group 1 for building wiki. When you go here, so again, you click on hit this group 1 for building wiki, right? And you've got your group names. Everybody who's in their group should be in there, and then you have these tools. And if you guys want to use any one of these tools, you're welcome to. So say you want to cooperate on how you're going to work together on the discussion board. So you can go into this discussion board like you would. Now, I'm not going to bother to check what you're using. However you all work with your group, you can do that. So you can go in the discussion board and discuss how you're going to build the wiki. You can also go in here and you can go to the email and email all of the participants. So you can go select all, you move them over here, and then you type in whatever subject, so getting started, and then you say, hi folks, everybody, someone, needs to just get started. So maybe you send out an email to everybody and ask them to respond to everybody on the group email to get going on the email. And this should link to all of your Pfeiffer emails. So you can communicate by sending group emails this way. That's another tool that you can use. If you guys want to build a blog or keep a journal. The other thing you're going to be doing is you might be working on files, and so you've got this group file exchange, and you can just upload a file here, just like you would for any of your assignments, and it'll show up and be accessible to everyone in that group once it's there. The main thing I want you to be doing, though, is working on your group wikis. So I'll be talking about your wikis and what they look like here in a second. But let me show you one other really cool tool that you guys have available to you. And I'll show you Blackboard for what it should look like on your side, not on my side. Now you should be able to click on Tools here, and you've got this thing called Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. Now this is new. We've just had this since the spring, but it's new. So say you guys set up a time that you all want to meet and talk through how you're going to build this wiki, and you all agree upon a time in your in your group. So you say you go into those tools that I was just showing you through your groups. So say you go to groups and you go to group whichever one you're enrolled in. That's another way to get to your groups, is you click on groups and you can go to the group that you're enrolled in, and you send out an email and say, hey, let's all meet Friday at 9 p.m. To work on our wikis. Now if you all want to meet, you're welcome to use what's called Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, which is basically an online classroom for you to use. Now, I don't know. I've set this for you all to be able to use it. It should work. You should see Course Room unlocked. And when you want to go in, basically what you're doing is you're going into a system where you guys can basically hang out together and chat. So it's basically an online chat room. So it'll automatically log you in under your name, and there's a few things that you can do. You can open this panel down here to the right-hand side, and you can chat with everyone. So you can say, hello, everybody, right? And folks can chat back and forth. And if you want to chat through audio, you just click on the little microphone, and if you have a mic and a video, you can actually share your video. You can each have a little microphone and video so that you guys can chat and talk. And for some reason, the video didn't get shared. Oh, I guess I didn't say share. Or maybe because I'm already sharing to record this video. Anyway, so you'll have a little box where everybody's chatting. The cool thing about this, I'm going to turn off that. And I'm going to turn off that. The cool thing about this, there's other tools too. So if you click here, like share content, you can share files through here. And you can add a file for everyone in the group. You can share an application. So if you want to share your screen, you can do that. You can click on your screen and say you've got your web browser up to a certain page. You can do that. Or you can share a blank whiteboard, so one person can work together to sketch things out. That's not very good sketching, or type things. You know, y'all can build something together as a whiteboard. So you can do that. Even if you have larger groups, you can do breakout groups and polling. You don't need to worry about that. But you can do all those kinds of cool things with Collaborate. So y'all can set up a time. This should be available to you anytime through our course, this course room. You just set up a time, and y'all can go in and use it. And hopefully there's not another group in there. And y'all can talk and communicate through this in real time. Otherwise, you can go to your groups like I showed you, and you can use the discussion board for not real time, or for leaving messages to each other, or you can even email all of each other. Now, the main thing I want you to do with these wikis is to build the wikis. So you can go to your group wiki through here. Got denied to me. Oh, because I'm not in that group. Anyway, I don't know why. Okay, so you can go to your group wikis through here. Why is it not letting me do this? Oh, interesting. Let's go back to groups. Oh, you know why? It's because I'm in student mode. That's why. Okay, well, anyway, you can go to wikis. It'll show you what group you're in, and you can go to that wiki. So you can go to the wiki, and this is the wiki. And the way a wiki works, it's just like Wikipedia, right? So what you do is you add content. And you do that by clicking on Edit Content, and you have this nice little screen, which is similar to what I imagine you see for your discussion boards or for your assignments. And you can just start typing the wiki. Matthew wiki, and then say you're responsible for background. You start typing your information in, and you know, making links. If you want to make a link to something external, link to an external site, you can just highlight that, click on that, and if you've got it on your computer, you can browse your computer. Otherwise, you can type in the URL and have that go into there. You can add photos. You can insert photos, right? So if you have an image that is on your computer, or an image URL that you found somewhere on the web, you can do that. So say I don't know, say you're looking for, I mean, you know, you all know that I have a Rottweiler named Bear, or at least some of you did. So say you go to that really cute little Rottweiler. Oh, he is cute. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. So you copy the link address on that. Now you can copy that in if you want to, you know, if you want to add um, a link to that. Now I'm not asking you to put images of dogs in your wikis, obviously. I'm just showing you this as an example. You paste the image URL in. Yeah. Um, and submit. Didn't work. Dog. Didn't work. Huh. Wonder why that's not working. Well, I was having this problem earlier. Maybe you have to click on it. Yeah, you have to go there. Maybe that's why. Yeah, I think you can't do it through Google. Otherwise, Google just gives you a link. Yeah, you don't want to do it through Google.com. For some reason, that's not working. So see if this works. Oh, okay. Yeah, that works. So, boom. Group one, you guys have that dog in your wiki. Um, sorry, I'll get rid of it. So say, and this is the only thing about the wikis is only one person can work on the wikis at a time, which is probably a good thing. So if you want to get rid of the link, just click delete, remove link, remove link. Okay, cut. Okay, yeah, so it's gone. Submit. Okay, Matthew, you guys, Matthew Group, you have a clean wiki. Sorry about that, but I just wanted to show you how to do that. Now, what are these going to look like in terms of final product? Um, well, when you download the information on building the wiki in terms of what I'm looking for, one of the things that I'm looking for all kinds of different aspects of each of these gospels. So, say. Pull that up again. So you want background. When was the gospel written? What can we say about the original audience, the original author? Just basically go through and answer these questions. What was the purpose of the gospel? And then using an outline, using your text that you have, build a little outline. And now it doesn't have to be tremendously detailed, but basically an outline. So, chapter by chapter. What's in each chapter? What's in most of the pericopes of these chapters? How would you summarize it if you were to build an outline for it? And then as you read through Ehrman or you listen to my lectures, you'll find that some of these passages have something unique or special to them. So in the Matthew, I had you do the antitheses. Well, that might be a special passage that you would talk about, and y'all can work on that. And then bibliography. Basically, I want you to tell me what resources you used and who contributed what to the wiki. So that's all I'm looking for. And if you want to see an example of a group that I think it did a good job of this in a previous class, I have, for example, how they did Mark. What group 2 did was, so they had their wiki, and what they did was they had different pages. They added a different page for each part. So the outline and resources. Here's where they did the outline. Look, they had some pictures that they added. And so they started with chapter 1, and they broke it down from verse to verse in terms of, okay, this is where it starts with the baptism and the temptation, right? And then the introduction of Jesus' message, and then his call, and all of these pieces, right? Now, they chose to center their outline. I would have left justified it, but hey, that's just a matter of design. So they didn't necessarily say, copy the text. They just basically summarized. So, as you're breaking up into your group, you might say, okay, 2 or 3 of you need to work on the outline, and then you guys can break up the text. So maybe if you do 2 people who do the outline, one does half and the other does the other half. Now, they also found some external sources, videos and other kinds of things, and then they also included bibliography, where they got some of their visuals, where they got their video links. This is really very extensive and lovely, very well done. They also looked on the web. They found some different ways that people had structured the gospel, and they included those. And look, they told me where they got it. So it's not like they're stealing. This is a wiki, right? So it's not necessarily that they are plagiarizing, because they're giving me credit, but they're giving me the link as to where they found that, right? So I can actually go to the websites that they're using and see that they've got these resources, right? They even have a nice little map. I mean, oh my gosh, they included a map. I mean, wow, right? I love maps. For the background questions, they had this, and note how the author said, okay, I'm the one who did this, right, and took credit for it, and he basically answered the question. So that's solid enough. No, I mean, I figure if the group worked pretty hard in the outline of resources for, including videos and pictures, then that helps with this, right? And then they chose a couple of passages that they thought were important. They had some links to some blogs, right, and some other information. They gave me the chapter, the text of the passages, and then they talked through the passages. They actually had quite a few passages that they did. I'm just looking for 2, right? So I'm not looking for a tremendous amount. But so that's an example of something that a class has done in the past. And I don't know what Malika, I guess she did her own kind of background. Maybe they didn't quite communicate. We had two different people doing the background. Well, that's all right. But try to make sure in your groups that you divide everything up, right? So not everybody has to do everything in the wiki, but y'all can work along these lines to see how this stuff works. So that's just a little video as to how this wiki works. Basically, you're building a Wikipedia page. It's in Blackboard, but that site that I showed you, the wiki site, let me go back here, that I showed you, you can do the same thing, right? When you go to your course wiki, I basically created this. You don't have to use this page. If you want to create your own page, say for background questions, and you want to fill in that information like someone did, you can do that, and it'll be here, right? Now, I'm going to delete that because I don't want to keep messing up Matthew's page or Mark's page, but y'all can add and add pages and add different pages. Each of you can add a different page and work on this differently. So it's not, it's a group project. The main thing is getting together here fairly early and knowing what each of you is supposed to do. So it's dividing up the work. And that you'll do by going into your group and starting, I would do it by, start an email to everyone and start working on this. So I hope that helps. I know some folks were really confused by that, and they've never done a wiki, and I know it's complicated, but just have fun with it. and start working on it now, and you'll get it done by the end of the month. I'm sure you can. You got some time on this, and I hope this helps you. All right, thanks. Bye bye.